What's good, y'all? It's your boy T Free, the former D1 DB. And today we got another video of the Chargers free agent picks. Today we're going to the defensive side of the ball and we're going to talk about cornerback Donte Jackson. All right. So, Donte Jackson, he's 5'10, 180 pounds. He used to be a former second round pick. He also ran a 4.32 40-yard dash, and this was back in 2018. Three things that come to mind when I think of this pickup: Donte Jackson is fast. He's also a playmaker. Last season, he had 5 interceptions. All right. I would just honestly call him field corner. All right. So, three things that come to mind are fast, playmaker, and he's a field corner. Today on the film, we are going to watch all of his turnovers that he got. We're also going to see the touchdowns that he allowed this season, as well as some of the run stops he had this year, because he also is very physical in the run game. So last year he played 737 snaps, had 38 tackles in total, 28 of those were solo. And yeah, so going through here, we're going to watch all of the touchdowns he gave up this past season. So, and they played some pretty good competition, so I don't think it's as bad that he gave up some of these plays. All right. So, here's him against the Ravens up top here. So, what I noticed about him, anytime that he's like pressed up or anything, he doesn't do well. You could say that there's a push off up here at the top by Zay Flowers, but they're probably not going to call that a lot of the times anyway. So that's touchdown number 1 that he gave up. Another touchdown here. You see him over here on Jamar Chase, just crosses his face. Kind of got lazy there and let him score. Again, this is in man coverage when he's pressed up at the line, right? And I will say his press technique, not very good, but like I said, he's a field corner. He's not a guy that's supposed to be pressed up, being physical with receivers. He's still 5'10". All right. And not to say if you're 5'10", you can't sit up there and press the line. All right. This play right here, he's in off coverage. They are playing, I believe they hop into a cover 3. All right. Now, normally I wouldn't blame it on the DB. I mean, they'd say it's nearest defender, but this here, what he did, essentially he's covering grass, but you also have the middle of the field guy over here now on the tight end, David Njoku. Like, that doesn't even make any sense to be so far over here. You have the corner, he's trying to be over the top of everything, trying to stay over the top, and you have the middle of the field wide open because the safety dropped down. So I'm not going to actually blame this one on Donte Jackson. But he was the nearest defender, so they're going to call that on him. All right. So it said he had 4 touchdowns gave up this season, and we'll call it 3. All right. Then he's here against A.J. Brown at the bottom, or at the top of the screen. Yeah. Just not very good when it comes to any type of like man, like press man, anything like that. He lets people cross his face, and it's hard for him to, make his way out of that. But those are all of the touchdowns that were scored against him. Now we're going to go to his 5 interceptions. All right. Interception number 1 came in game number 1 against the Falcons. You see him up top. And this play was just horrible by Kirk Cousins. What in the world was that throw? Kirk Cousins is like, all right, I'm done. Like, Kirk, you didn't even go try to tackle, buddy. All right, so looking at what they have here, let's see what covers they rolled into. They are in a cover 3. All right, and there's no disguise. They're just running in cover 3. All right. Issue here is that he threw this ball thinking that Donte Jackson wasn't apexing both of these routes, and he was in the middle of both of them. So then he just breaks and goes to get it. Bad Bad ball. And then even the placement of the ball was not good at all. All right. Watch it again from the top. Pick. Easy. And Donte Jackson's pretty fast too, so if he had the space, he would definitely score there. See, he almost did score too. So that's one pick. And I said he had 5, so here he is against Dallas. You see him up at the top of the screen there, bailed, and then he just breaks and gets himself a pick. Now, the throw here, interesting as well. Like, I don't really know like what possessed Dak Prescott to throw this ball, because it doesn't look open. It doesn't look open. And who is that? CD? He just tried to give CD a chance. I see. He wanted CD to get a chance here. What did they roll into? They're in some type of zone. Is this cover 3 down here? Cover 3 type in the red zone, but it looks like they locked up right here on the tight end just to make sure nothing crazy happened. Yeah, they're in cover 3. Good pick. All right. So now, this is what you love to see though, because he got himself an interception against the Raiders. He actually played really good against the Raiders. All right, so he's kind of bluffing. They're in cover 3 again. Sorry, I messed up. All right, so they're in another cover 3. It looks like a lot of his picks came out of cover 3. So he bails out of there. Got the out route, and then you have the route right over the top of it, and he just picks that off. Could have scored. He tried to score. So, see that cover 3 there? You see Brock Bowers tried to throw it in there in between a linebacker and Brock Bowers. It was already going to be hard. Oh, that's Minkah Fitzpatrick. So you're trying to throw it in between Minkah. Yeah, that's pretty tough. All right. Hard throw to make. It's good that it was against the Raiders because, you know, you're bringing that into the division. Ooh, then you have a snow game interception. He's up here at the top. And then Jameis just gave him a goodie bag. So, and as you're seeing, all of his picks are coming out of cover 3. And this is just a bad ball. This is just a bad ball in the snow. There's not really anywhere that you can like try to fit this ball. I'm going to blame this bad ball on the snow, but still. Tips and overthrows, got to have those. And he got him one. All right. That's good. And then there's one more interception. So you see him at the top of the screen, and I believe that's T. Higgins on top. T. Higgins just didn't catch it. And honestly, if T. Higgins doesn't make this tackle, Donte Jackson has a touchdown this year. And now let's see what coverage that they're in. I think this looks like man coverage. They're in man coverage. Yep. Not bad. All right. So those are his interceptions. Now we're going to go through a few of his stops that he had because he does like to actually tackle. All right. Here he is. You see him down here. This is against Denver, right? He likes to get himself in there. He only has 12 stops that they recorded here. All right, you see him up at the top. This is against Denver still. I like this play a lot. Decisive, and then he goes to make a hit. So I really like this because looking at Donte up at the top, he reads it, he sees it, he makes his move, gets to the outside, sets the edge, makes himself a tackle. Beautiful. And it's a good tackle too. One more time. Boom. Hit the legs. All right. So that's kind of what he can bring. When I think about him coming to LA, I think of him just being an upgrade from Zonk. Yeah, definitely him being an upgrade from Asante Samuel Jr. Only thing with Asante Samuel Jr. is that he was maybe a little bit suspect on tackling and then just some coverage issues a little bit. I just don't think that's what they really wanted to go with anymore. But definitely a good pickup to grab Donte Jackson. Another few things to note. Um, he gave up 36 receptions this year on 65 attempts and targets. See him here make a tackle. Good. Like to see that. He played 81.8% of snaps this season. Says he has 8 PBUs, and then he allowed 569 yards through the air. See him there making a pretty good tackle, blowing up a screen. You love to see that. Goodness. So he's gonna get his hat in there. So that's what you like about Donte Jackson. He will get his head in there. He will make some tackles. He's also gonna find the ball and make some plays. Great field corner to grab, I believe. Even plays like this, he sets the edge, he gets around, and he can go make a tackle. So that's what you really like to see from Donte Jackson. And the Los Angeles Chargers making a pickup that actually does help the corner room in that regards. All right. Here he is again, making another tackle, open field. But yeah, that's Donte Jackson in a nutshell. If you guys want to see more film study on Donte Jackson, where we go into more so like alignment, where he aligns best at, honestly, when he lines up in the slot, he does not do well. So I would stick to keeping him as a field corner. He gave up I think he gave up 4 completions on 4 targets this season in the slot. Personally, I don't want to really see that. Maybe you put Tarheeb still in the slot and keep Donte Jackson on the field side. But that's a good play as well. Here, let's go see that one more time. This will be the last play we watch. See Donte Jackson. I believe this was a 3rd down stop. Yep. Helps make that tackle there, and that is a stop. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want to see more Donte Jackson film, comment down below. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video. Peace.